Welcome to Strictlytalk
Where strictly talk about Strictly.
with Poppy and Jordan.
And Erin.
Hello.
And it's episode 11. And today we're talking about Erin, with Erin, and about Strictly, and about Dancing with the Stars Ireland, and who knows what else. We'll see as it happens.
Get ready.
Yeah, so hi Erin, thank you for coming.
Hello. Thank you for
God.
having me.
It's our first guest. This
It is our
might
first
be
guest.
a bit of a disaster. Well, not a disaster, but this is all trial and error because we've never had a guest before. So this is like a technological, Lord only knows what's going to happen. So
I'm
this
glad
might be the
to be
best
the
thing you've
guinea
ever
pig.
heard. Yeah, you
And
call
the
yourself
best guinea pig
Julian
we
because
could
you're
ask
a
for.
guinea pig.
Exactly.
Yeah, Erin has famously had to be our tech support when we've attempted TikTok Live before. So,
Yep.
yeah, we'll see she's very much going to help us today as well as the internet and technology fails us. But we're going to go straight in, same format. So we're going to start with this or that,
Exciting.
which is Poppy.
Well, okay, I'll think of something.
Oh, wait.
No, because what if I give an option and you give an option and then you just pick?
Okay.
I'm going to give you my option and then
Okay.
Jordan's going to play off whatever I say. So get ready for this
is
improv.
fun.
We're so prepared. We spent too long trying to figure out how to turn a camera around and it was like we forgot the key part of this show.
The bloopers for this are going to be
yeah.
unbelievable.
Would you rather? What happens in Strictly?
No, that's good. This is really good.
Would you rather? Wait, I've got one. Easy. Sorry, we don't need you now, Jordan. I've got two
Okay.
options.
Great,
Would
thank
you rather have Strictly Live Tour come to Ireland or Strictly Pro Tour come to Ireland?
Live tour.
Oh.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I could get Nanny Mag right to the very front. And they could all interact with her that way.
And we need to talk about Nanny Mag because
we do.
We absolutely do. The footage of the pros interacting with Nanny Mag is something I need in my life.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need it. We need it to happen.
Nanny Mag front and center on the camera screen
Yes.
needs to happen.
With a banner.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nanny Mag, t-shirt, banner, big screen. Get her on the stage. Brittany,
we're manifesting.
Get her on it.
We want. And actually, I think that might be a fun place to start, is explain the lore of Nanny Mag. Before we fully dive in, explain the lore of Nanny Mag, because this is incredible stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild. So basically, I go down and watch Strictly every single Saturday with Nanny Mag, and I have done since I was little. And this year, she spotted George in the first episode, and she was like, he's going to be absolutely rubbish. And like had no faith in this man.
That's not where I thought it was going.
She thought he was going to be so rubbish. She was like, no, Erin, like he's
Real.
going to be so stiff. He's not going to have any bit of rhythm, nothing. And I remember we were watching his first routine, like the stargazing routine, and she sits like in front of me when we're watching Strictly, and she just turned around and looked at me and went, oh, I actually really like him.
Incredible.
So the ballroom won Nanny Mag over. And then I decided to have a bit of fun with it and be like, do you know what? I'm going to post her opinions about it on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And George obviously spotted it and interacted. And then it just went from there.
I am obsessed with that. Did not expect you to say that. But also, I think Nanny Mag's experience of George reigns true for a lot of people who weren't that familiar with George, which is, he's like this young TikToker guy that a lot of sort of people that aren't on TikTok haven't heard of. And then you're like, well, he's maybe going to be rubbish. So, and then the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, the most bizarre friendship ever, but live, laugh, love.
They've interacted online and then they met, which was
they did.
Really, that was a thing we all wanted to happen. We were all waiting for that one.
That was a wild night. Like, he fully got up out of his chair and ran to her when he seen her coming out of the curtain.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, it's Nanny Mag, because he'd spotted her in the audience, because we were front row, and he'd spotted her and he was like doing a bit with Max, and he was like telling Max to stop cursing because Nanny Mag was in the audience. Like, he was playing with her, but I don't think he ever expected her to end up on the stage.
No,
and then she did.
That's so cute. Wait, so did they not? Max didn't know.
Max and George didn't know it was
Neither of them
Maisie
knew.
who knew. Yeah, because you had to apply like through Maisie. So I think Max might have had an idea because he kind of had notes on like what to say, like she wanted a picture and stuff like that. But George was like completely shocked. I knew by him, like his face, he'd no idea.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wait,
It
that's
was
so
just
nice.
mad. Yeah, it was
The behind the
crazy.
scenes of the Useless Hotline tour.
Yeah, we love it.
Who knew?
My goodness. And I'm glad it was a great experience as well.
Yeah, it was so good.
It'd been building up to it.
Yeah.
There was a story here, and so I'm glad it was great. And the videos were great.
Hand in hand with that, before we go too much further, I feel like I have to ask, how did you get into watching Strictly and then into making content about Strictly?
Okay, so Strictly was Nanny Mag. Like, she introduced me to the show. I did ballroom and Latin dancing when I was like 3 or 4, and I gave it up because I didn't want to dance with a boy. I feel like
this is new law. I'm like, did people know this? Did I know this?
I didn't know this. That's so exciting.
Oh my God, she's a ringer.
I did ballroom and Latin when I was like 3 or 4. Didn't want to dance with a boy. So then I went into musical theatre and hip hop, and I've done that for like, I still do that.
Yeah, because I knew about that bit, but
yeah.
Come on.
So that was a fun experience, but that's how I got into Strictly, because my nanny would like show me like those routines and stuff. So that's how that happened. And then content, I kind of always had like fan pages, like cringy to say, but I used to have like a fan page for like Joe Sugg and everything like that. So I feel like this is the evolution.
No, I feel like everyone who creates content now was a Tumblr kid at some point.
Absolutely.
It's just the evolution of a Tumblr kid.
Either done Stan Twitter or Tumblr. You've got to have made an editor once in your life before you start making content.
Where do we get these skills?
Exactly.
You know?
Roll the fan cams.
That's hilarious. Wow. Okay, so ringer, ballroom and Latin trained, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gonna use all that experience when you were 3.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's so fun. Wow. Okay, well, let's learn a bit more, shall we? So if you watched episode 1 of the podcast, people at home, we did me and Poppy quickfire questions. So it's time for Erin's.
Yay.
So we know that obviously I'm a fangirl. This is how we get into Strictly. So I want to know what everyone else is a fan of, as we did with me and Jordan in episode 1. And now it's your turn. So these are quick. You can give as much or as little information as you'd like. But we'll start with, what movie have you seen the most times?
Beauty and the Beast.
Great one. The artist you've listened to most?
Sam Fender.
Oh, the artist you've seen most in concert?
Oh, Sam Fender.
Nice.
And the best concert you've been to?
A Little Mix. Their like final tour before they split.
I was going to say
that was my answer.
Yes. That
was mine.
So good.
I feel like I know the answer to this one. Your favourite musical?
Kinky Boots.
We'll talk more about that later. Your favourite book?
Oh, I really like, really basic, but I really like The Housemaid by Frida McFadden.
Oh. Your favourite sports person?
Oh, Katie McCabe. She's an Irish footballer.
Oh, yeah.
She plays for Arsenal.
I was going to say, I'm like, I know that name. See, I'm really proud of myself when I know a sports person.
Whoa, crazy crossover.
A TV show you've rewatched the most?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Great answer. A defining TV show of your teens?
Oh, do you know what? Modern Family.
Great one. Absolutely,
I love Modern Family, and I watched that so many times throughout like my exams in secondary school.
Yeah.
I feel like it's whatever you watch during your exam period, right?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
It forms your brain.
Very much so. What is a reality show you'd most want to do?
Honestly, I'd do Drag Race.
Would love to see it.
I'd do Drag Race.
Do you have a drag name prepared?
Oh, I don't. I'll have to come up with one and get back to you.
That's incredible.
A celebrity you'd love to meet?
Alexis War.
Yeah, real.
On a mission.
Finally, hello. What's been your biggest fangirl? I know. Your biggest fangirl moment?
Oh, Do you know what? I haven't met Alexis War like properly, but she did run over to me in the O2 Arena because she's seen my banner, and we like screamed in each other's faces. So I'd say that.
That's a great one.
Yes.
That is very fun. This is an extra question not on Poppy's list. Is there any celebrity outside of the world of Strictly, not necessarily like a fangirl moment, but who's the biggest you've bumped into or experienced?
Probably Jedward, because Ireland's a very small place.
That's so fun.
Huge. I'm like, we gasped. You're like, Jedward. We're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just hung out with Jedward, you know.
I actually
met Jedward.
I met them at the Little Mix concert.
Oh wait, that's so fun.
Yeah, they were in the
Worlds
audience.
Collide.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
Wow. So they have taste.
Yeah, they do. Surprisingly.
Yeah. That's incredible. That needs to be that's getting clipped. So we've just done some fan get to know Erin questions, but this, of course, we talk about Strictly, and today we're talking about Dancing with the Stars Ireland. So I've got some quick fire questions that we're going to talk. They're more specific to, you know, those things.
Fabulous.
So some of these are general, and then some of these will go specifically into each of those two shows.
Okay.
Favorite dance style?
Quick step.
Quick step. Ooh.
Okay. I love a quick step.
And then favorite specific, like, individual dance, as in not dance style, but when you're thinking of Strictly and when you're thinking of Dance from the Stars.
Like, what's my favorite dance ever?
Yeah.
Maisie and Gorka's quick step that they done in 2020.
So good.
I love that one. The cartwheel at the end. I made my friends fly to Glasgow so I could see that live.
As you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
One of the best quick steps of all time ever.
I love it.
Really good. Really,
Phenomenal.
really good. On the flip side, least favorite dance style.
Oh, do you know what? I really don't like a rumba. I know. I'm so sorry.
Someone tell Shirley Ballas.
Well, when you transfer the weight from foot to foot. Sorry, can't help myself.
May I give the Queen a kiss?
And then it was a hug. Disappointing us all.
And then it was a hug. Really confusing. Wow. Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Why is Quickstep your favorite? Why is Roomba your least favorite?
I love Quickstep because I feel like it's so like traditional, old, like ballroom. Like I just love the vibes of it, and I love when it's a proper like a Blackpool style Quickstep. When it's like the big dresses, the tail suits. Like I live for that. It's my favorite kind.
Yeah.
And a rumba, I feel like if it's not like really, really show-stopping, I find myself getting quite bored watching it.
I feel like that's fair.
I have always said, and I've said it in the podcast as well, I find with a rumba that unless it's brilliant, I never know whether it's good or not. It's always like, it was fine. And there's a few that really stand out, but for the most part, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
See, this is what's interesting is like, for me, I love a rumba because when it's good, it's really good.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, I get it when it's not good, it's like, but when it's good, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just rare.
I know.
The favorite, and you can do a few, you don't have to pick one. Favorite pros, and they can be from both shows.
Okay. I'll start with Dance with the Stars Ireland because we haven't mentioned that yet. Alexandra Vladimirov is my absolute queen. I love her so much. I've met her twice and she is just an absolute queen, and I want her on Strictly so badly.
Yes. I agree.
And then there's a pattern here because they're both ginger, but my favourite on Strictly is Alexis.
Love. So we love gingers. And so how do you feel about how dare you forget King Ginger, Neil Jones?
I know.
Neil Orange.
Poor Neil.
I'm telling Neil. And then again, pick your favorite from each show, although I think we know the answer, at least from Strictly. Favorite contestant, celebrity.
Okay. Dance with the Stars Ireland, Jack Woolley. He is a kickboxer. He is, I love him. And then Strictly, I have to say George Clark because of the interactions that I've had. I have to.
Contractually, you have to.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah. We all know that George is actually just off in the corner waiting for you to say that.
Exactly.
And then same question, but not this series, but the rest of time. Favorite contestants on those shows outside of this series?
Okay, so Dance with the Stars Ireland, Jack Willie wasn't on this year, so I'll still go with him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then Strictly, do you know what? I'll go with Maisie Smith because her routines are just iconic.
Incredible.
They're iconic.
She's great. Yeah.
Just love her.
And finally, and again, do maybe one for each because I want you to give a big shout out to an Irish celebrity as well. But dream celebrity that you want to compete on the next series of each of those shows.
Okay, so the Irish one, I would love Maura Higgins.
Oh, so fun. Yes.
I think she'd be so fun. I know she probably will do the American one after like her success on The Traitors and everything, but I still want her to come home to Ireland. And
remember your roots, Maura.
Yeah, exactly. Remember. In UK, I'd go. You know what? I'll say Stacey Solomon because my nanny really likes her, and she could be the new Nanny Mag favorite celebrity.
I feel like Stacey is a name that comes up every year as well. It's like, will she do it? And I think she's hilarious. So
I'm hoping it's like a Helen Skelton where she's like, you always like, is she going to do it? Is she going to do it? And finally she does it. I'm like, Stacey, come on, we're waiting.
Well, there you go. Those are the sort of get to know. I'll throw one more in there. Favorite judge on each show.
OT on Dancing with the Stars Ireland.
Yeah.
Correct. And Motzi on Strictly.
Gotta love them.
We love them.
We love them.
Yeah, incredible. Well, there you go. There's the quick fire sort of Strictly Dancing with the Stars questions. And before we before, how do you speak? Into Dancing with the Stars Ireland, I believe you two both went and saw the same show this week. That stars maybe one of our very own Strictly pros, Jojo.
Darling. Kinky Boots.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible.
I've seen the show before, haven't seen this one though. So
we were there opening night, which I also thought for opening night, there was no sign of like opening night nerves or like things because it's still technically previews. So I was like, who knows how it's going to be? Yeah. And then it was incredible. And like, we need to talk about Johannes because I know there's conversations of like stunt casting and like, can he sing? And I've seen that certain things in comment sections where it's like, I've seen better Lolas, and I'm like, shush. So what did you think of his performance?
I think he's born to play that role. Like, born to play that role. The new costumes, the new wigs. He's a diva.
I keep thinking about it. You know the layered wig from where he's got the denim outfit?
Yes.
The beautiful, it's like the most beautiful wig I've ever seen in my life. I'm like,
it's gorgeous.
That wig deserves every award because
if only I could make my own hair look like
the
that.
Wig. Yes. It's like, that's what I want my hair to look like. Everyone should go see Kinky Boots for the wigs.
Yes. Just the wigs.
And that's an impressive statement from Poppy because we know her opinions of wigs.
I know,
Strictly,
we know how I feel about
not positive.
Wigs.
Yes.
I know. Strictly could learn a lot.
That as long as your mind routine.
Yeah. Wow. And I have a really important question about Kinky Boots, and sorry to our Strictly fans. How was Matt Gardle?
I mean, good for him. I forgot he was a person. And then he could really sing.
See, he didn't do it for me in the first act. I was a bit like, okay. I love the song Soul of a Man from Kinky Boots, and I judge a Charlie on how well they sing that song.
Oh.
Okay.
And he did really well. So I was like, okay, you've won me over here.
Okay.
I think my one thing is, not that I don't know if he can act, but I feel like because it's Matt Cardle, who is a name we're familiar with, who we know from X Factor, I don't know if I was thinking of him as Charlie or as Matt Cardle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's to do with the performance or the choice of actor, but I do kind of think I preferred the touring Charlie. But that's because I wasn't familiar with him. So I could just see him as Charlie.
That way with Johannes?
No, Johannes, I was like, that is Lola.
Yeah. That's really interesting because obviously in your life, Johannes is a much more relevant character.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's Lola. Like, even when, because it's one thing when like the full wigs and makeup, but there's one bit where he's just in like a checked shirt and jeans. And even so, I'm not like, that's Johannes. I'm like, oh, Lola, she's telling us about who she really is and like her past. Where's Jordan? What even happened?
He's back.
I was like, so I just don't know where Matt Cardle came from. But like he can sing, and I will really give him that. Like he really can sing. I kind of forgot. Like I know he won X Factor and he literally beat One Direction, but like he's just not someone I've thought of for a long time.
I think there is actually that thing of forgetting people that went on X Factor can sing, because so many of the famous people now are people like Rylan.
Yeah.
Can't really sing. And you're just sort of like, oh, X Factor back in the day was just silly, but no. I mean, a lot of our big West End stars are X Factor people.
Yeah. True. So, shout out Lucy Jones.
Shout out Lucy Jones. She's incredible.
So, Matt Cardle now West End star. I mean, but it's Johannes West End star. That makes me like cry. I just think he's brilliant, and like
he's so good.
His voice is it's really good. Like I think he could have got away with not being the best singer because he's got so much stage presence, and obviously he's dancing the dance breaks in this show. Incredible.
Oh my god, they're so good.
The acting and the comedy timing and stuff, but actually his voice, really gorgeous.
Wow.
And like the dance breaks though.
I will
be the dance breaks.
I will be making the journey soon.
You need to.
You have to.
You need to.
Got to make it happen. I've seen the show before and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Although I've seen that they removed like the conveyor belt bit at the end of the first episode.
They did.
So I'm a bit like, that bit was great, but I'm very excited to see JoJo, so it will happen. And there was a few other like fun little headlines that happened this week. So we were
since we last recorded,
which there's a couple, but I'm going to start with a really good one, which is Diane and Joe had their baby.
Yeah,
did a baby.
I was so excited. Cute. Like I have had notifications on because I've had her notifications on ever since like mid 2024 because I was like, she's going to get engaged soon. Well, that didn't happen. But like it meant that when obviously she announced a pregnancy, like I got the notification. So when it was like Diane Buzzwords posted a picture, I was like, that's a baby. I like dropped everything. It was like, what's it called? And I'm so glad that it wasn't Sullivan because I was very nervous that they were going to call that baby Sully Sugg. And no offense if that's your name, but like that sounds like a
to all
cartoon.
the Sully Suggs out there.
Yeah, I was like, please. So many people were predicting Sullivan. I was like, please don't call the baby
Sully
Sullivan.
and Sally Sugg would be a great couple name, though.
So it's like if they have twins,
Sully
potentially.
And Sally.
We've just named their next kids.
Yeah. Instead, it was Bowden, which at first I thought was Bowden, and I was like, oh, baby Bo. And then Joe Sugg put on his story, no, it's Bow, like how? And I thought, So I preferred Bo, but like, it sounds Australian.
It does. That's what I thought it was, because I thought it was like Bowden, and it was going to be like Bowie as a nickname.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's very Australian.
Yeah.
It does feel very Australian. And that baby looks so much like her dad, so that like,
oh my god,
give it an Australian name because that is Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait for that baby to have like dark red hair, but look.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really surprised. Like, I'm like, where is the red hair though?
I know.
What the hell? Is that not how babies work? You like
I know it
come out with.
She's been dyeing her hair long enough. You'd have thought that
bright red hair
through. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. But yeah, very exciting news. Time of recording, it happened like yesterday, a couple of days ago. So it was announced very recently. So very happy there. And then to other sort of exciting, I guess. I mean, a lot of people aren't happy that Claudia and Tess have left, but there's been a lot of rumored lineup for who's going to take those jobs. And we just, because it's current news, we're like, we'll briefly acknowledge it, talk about it. Any of the names, Erin, that you're excited if it's them?
Emma Willis. I love her. And I think she would slot into Tess's role very, very nicely.
I think she's well equipped for it, for sure. Yeah. She's very used to that sort of presenting. She's
hosted everything at this stage.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. I absolutely see that. Poppy, any names from the list that you're...
I would pick Zoe Ball because of like the Strictly connection, and again the like ability to hold the reins of a thing like that. And then also I like that Fleur East was on the list because I think Fleur's great, and I'd love to see her in the Clauditorium. Nailed it.
really like that Fleur's on the list. I'm going to shout out Angela Scanlon as well. I think
Yes.
it would be a bit of a risk just because she hasn't done as many big presenting jobs, but I would love to see her do it. The reason I'm questioning the list though is because Jeanette wasn't on the list, but Fleur was on the list, which I thought was interesting. You got to take these headlines with a pinch of salt, people. But
yes,
it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, the only ones I saw that I'm really against were, sorry, Bradley. I love the guy, I just don't think he fits the show. And then for me, Rylan, I just think it would be too different to what we're used to, which maybe they'll go for, but I like the way the show flows just now, and I think there are plenty of people that could fill in the roles and keep it fresh while feeling still comfortable.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this whole idea of a third presenter, because where would that fit? Like, I can't figure out where. And people say, well, they used to have Bruce and Tess on the main show and then Claudia and Tess on the results show, but it's like, would you do that again? Like, what would be the need? Like, I just don't understand where you'd put a third person.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, cut money from that third person and give it to the pros and give them a pay rise.
Yes.
That's my answer.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. Or give the pros a pay rise.
That's my campaign.
Yeah, give the pros. Is that what you said or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I was like, or new idea.
Oh,
give
crazy
the pros
concept.
Wait, I've just thought of something brilliant.
I just had this idea. Don't know where it came from, but what if we gave the pros more money?
Or the pros more money.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't consider that.
All right. Well, seeing as me and Poppy are coming up with some brilliant ideas, let's maybe just pass the floor over to Erin and let's talk about this little show you may have heard of called Dancing with the Stars Ireland.
And
goodness me, we have a lot to talk about.
yes.
But first of all, I want to know, you went and saw the show live.
I did. I went to week 1 of this year.
Tell us all. How did it happen? What was it like?
How does the experience differ from what we see of Strictly on the TV?
So OT messaged me and asked me for my email. And then I got a lovely email saying that I had 2 tickets and that I was going like 3 days later. So very, very quick turnaround.
Oh my God.
Shout out.
So very quick to get an outfit and get everything. There's a very strict dress code. So
really?
It's like wear your best glitz and glamour. So you have to be dressed up.
Oh my goodness. Wait, that's so fun.
Yeah. So you have to be like dressed up. And when you get there, it's in the middle of, there's like a shopping center nearby. It's a very small studio, but it's like kind of, it looks a lot bigger on the TV than it is, but it's a nice kind of enclosed space.
Yeah.
But you're kept in like a little holding space before you go into the studio. And it's like, you know, like, did you ever see on like farms where it's like a cattle thing where everyone's in like a pen?
Oh, yeah.
That's like what it is. Everyone's just kind of stood excitedly waiting to go in, and you're just like,
love that.
Well, that's so fun.
Yeah.
And I was going to say on Strictly, I've heard from people that go, you end up in like a sort of holding space as well. But a lot of the time the pros come out and the celebs come out and it's like a bit of a mingle. Was there that or were you just waiting?
This is just a holding space with like a carton of water. Not even a bottle. It was a big carton of water and like little cups beside it.
Delicious.
So that's where we were. And then your ticket is coloured. So there was like purple tickets, blue tickets, green tickets. And someone will come out and be like, can all the green tickets come? Can all the purple tickets come? So it's done that way. So it's organised. And I had a purple ticket. So that was fabulous. So purple means you're like right beside the judges' table. So I was sat right beside the judges.
My God.
So that was so fun. Very nerve-wracking because I didn't know how much we were going to be seen on the TV because the presenter literally stands right in front of us with the celebs when they're getting their critiques. They were literally like 2 feet away from us. So I was like, I don't know how seen we're going to be. I was kind of just sat there smiling the whole time.
Well, that was going to be my question. How seen were you?
We were seeing quite a good bit actually. And in one of the routines with Brian Kennedy, he's a singer, and Jamie Cutler, we love Jamie Cutler, They start as a piano, like at piano, because they were doing Piano Man, and the camera spins around, and like me and my mom were sat like right there staring down the camera, and everyone, everyone that I knew was taking a picture of it and sending it to me. I think I had about 50 snapshots when I was leaving, being like, I've seen you.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's brilliant.
It was wild. And OT was kept coming over to us during the show because we have ad breaks. And we actually have a drag queen that comes out during the ad breaks to entertain the audience.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, the drag queen's called Dame Stuffy, and she is an icon.
Incredible.
She comes out and like entertains the audience. She gets people up to dance. She got one of our professionals' boyfriends up to do, you know, the C-mat dance that was trending during the summer. It was like, I do the, what's it?
The butcher.
I think you
did the baker.
Yeah, that one.
I did the sub, but I don't know.
And she like made a show of them, like made them get up and do the dance. I know that one of the other presenters on other weeks, if the drag queen can't come, the other presenter makes people in the audience get up and do like a catwalk during the ad breaks. Like a lot goes on during the ad breaks.
So if you're an audience member in Dancing with the Stars Ireland, it is a participation sport. You are not just watching.
No.
You are involved. That's very fun though.
Yeah, you are like you're getting up. Like me and my mom were picked on by the drag queen because I actually know the drag queen, and he picked on us
first. A small place.
Yes, exactly. I had a leopard print dress on, and my mom had a zebra print dress on. So of course we got picked on.
You kind of walked into that one, didn't you?
Yeah, we did indeed. I seen him coming out because we didn't know he was going to be there. And I seen him walk out onto the dance floor, and I was like, "Oh, Mom, we're in trouble here."
Oh, that's brilliant!
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, how big is Dance with the Stars Ireland in Ireland? Is it as big a deal as Strictly, or is it more niche?
In my experience, personally,
I'm here. Okay, I'm here.
You just keep disappearing.
In my
for the people at home, my phone's on like 5%. I'm scared I'm about to cut out. So,
oh my god,
we'll keep going, Bubble. Anyway.
Outside of Dublin, it seems to be more popular.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. Yeah, can do that.
Because nearly everyone that I met at Dance with the Stars Ireland was not from Dublin.
Oh,
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like the celebrities that go on it, are they like? Because I look at this list of people and I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are except Jordan from The Apprentice. Is that even his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jordan.
So then everyone else, I was like, who are these people? And is it like, do you feel like, who are these people? Or are you like, oh, of course, I know the...
Hey, I knew Poddy.
The Rose of Tralee. What is the Rose of Tralee?
Okay,
what do these mean?
So the Rose of Tralee, basically, do not quote me on this. I don't know the full facts. It's more popular outside of Dublin, once again. Mm-hmm. It's like a beauty pageant that they do in Kerry, which is like, Tralee is in Kerry. And basically a load of people like audition for it to be each county's rose, and to be like, there's like an American rose, an Australian rose, like they do all that, and they compete in this big beauty pageant, and they have to do a talent and like a speech, and then someone wins it.
Wow.
So that's
so is it like, oh my god, she's so famous? Or is
she
it just
literally Caitlin literally won it, I think, like 3 months before she was announced for Dancing with the Stars. So I personally had no idea who she was.
Right.
But slay.
Goodness.
Yeah.
From one thing to another. Good for her.
Like Poddy's similar. Like the Traitors only aired during the summer.
Well, and
then he was straight on it.
And the Traitors Ireland only aired in the UK. I mean, it's an Irish show, so it makes sense. But like, I only knew Poddy was about a month and a half ago, because that's when Ireland Traitors Ireland started airing here. And then I was like, wait, hold on, that's... Which is also so funny, not to spoil much about the Irish Traitors, but like, he's not, I don't know how to say it. He's not like the main character. If I was to pick someone from that show, he's not the one with the most screen time. So I'm like, he's great.
The popularity that man had over here during the summer was like, you would think he was the main character in the Traitors.
Oh my god.
Like, everyone was talking about him. Even one of our pantos in Dublin, he was the Wizard of Oz in the panto. Like, he was everywhere.
Incredible.
So I knew he was doing Dancing with the Stars.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was like
love
massive
that.
over here.
It makes you wonder if we'll have. I think we probably will next season have a traitor star on Strictly as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a few that we've thought, so But Ireland got there first.
We did, and we even did a traitors inspired routine.
Which
I have seen that
this
one.
really made me giggle because it was like Fright Night, because it's not in the same section of the year as Strictly, so you can't have Halloween. So it was like, here's Fright Night in February.
Yeah.
And so on Dancing with the Stars Ireland, do you have themed weeks every week?
It's like, we used to not have theme weeks every week, but kind of in the most recent years, they've started doing it. Like, we dance to the actual song on Dance with the Stars Ireland. We don't have a band. So then one of the weeks is orchestra week, and they bring in a big orchestra.
I love
so
that.
So they get to perform with live music. So that's actually a theme week.
Wow. How do we even feel about no band? I'm like,
yeah.
Does it make it better or worse? Because some people, I know that Strictly Band gets a lot of like criticism, but I think I like having that live music.
Yeah.
Also, I also wonder,
perform to
with
just
the
budget,
song
then?
Literally just the song, like a clipped version of the song, yeah.
Because surely that's more expensive for like, it's more expensive to use the actual version than to produce your own. I'm like, where's
like
the
they
manager?
Like they done a K-pop Demon Hunters routine, and they used like 3 different songs from K-pop Demon Hunters, and I was like,
gone.
that must have cost them so much money.
Yeah.
This is why there's no sets.
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Is there any themed weeks that you'd want to bring to Strictly from Dancing with the Stars?
Boy bands versus girl bands.
Yes, I'm immediately sat. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. They done that for the first time this year, and then we do team dances as well. So each host has a team. One is like the boys team and one is the girls team, even though we've 2 female hosts, but that's the way they do it. And then they have to compete against each other. So the girls this year did Spice Girls, and the boys were Take That, and they had to compete against each other.
That's so good.
It was so fun.
And compete as in like they're as a group dancing to that song?
Yeah.
In
with
the
host. In ballroom Latin style, yeah.
Incredible.
That's kind of like a filler bit, because as I said, we have ad breaks and they run out of time. Like, they have to fill their 2-hour slot. So when there's less contestants, they have to pick something else to do. So we had team dance, and then we had the orchestra-thon, which was very much like the Paso Doble-a-thon and all that. So they were dancing to an orchestra opera song, and they had some guy walking around dressed as like a conductor with a stick, and he'd tap them when they were out.
That's camp.
He was like Beethoven.
Oh, that's brilliant. Wow.
So yeah, it's wild.
Oh my goodness. And
I had a question I forgot.
Well, I have a question. Go from themes to, like, we're just saying, what themes would you have on Strictly? What in general is different, do you think, about Dance with Stars?
The sets, we don't have as big a prop budget, so we don't have like big huge prop pieces. We do have like an odd picnic bench and an odd like sofa that looks like a pair of lips. Like, we've stuff like that, but nothing compared to like the big huge stuff that they have on Strictly. We also used to, I don't think they do it anymore, but we used to rent Strictly's costumes. So you would have like the Dancing with the Stars Ireland dancers in like one of Diane's dresses. So I used to have a great time trying to like pick out whose dress was whose.
Right.
But I don't think we do that anymore. But that was a really fun thing we did at one stage. We shared costumes.
And like, do you have a dance off, or is it like just elimination?
So the first few weeks, because of the time slot and the ad breaks, it's whoever has the least amount of votes is gone. And then once there's less people, it's dance off. We have dedication week, and on dedication week you vote for your favourite, and the favourite wins immunity from the first dance off.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Can we steal that, please?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cute.
So is the results on the same in the same show?
Same show, yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, it's a common theme with the Dancing with the Stars, it seems. We're doing an episode next week about Dancing with the Stars US, although we've already
Yes.
recorded it. And that was one of the interesting parts about it. And it makes me raise a question, which again, we discuss, not that I'd know, but we discussed next week in the episode, is Strictly feels really cozy. It really sort of draws you into the contestants. It makes you really spend some time with them all and get to know them all. Whereas Dancing with the Stars USA is very like dance, 10-second feedback, next. And
Yeah.
how does Dancing with the Stars Ireland sort of sit on that scale?
See, I feel like with the American one is very much they love the pros over there. Like, I think people tend to vote for the pros more than the celebs on Dancing with the Stars America. That would be my kind of take on that. Because I know, like, Jenna Johnson has a huge fan base and Riley Arnold, she's, like, massive. Whereas I think with us, we kind of have, like, our VTs are really short. Like, we don't have huge VTs. They're really, really short.
Okay.
But when we have, like, once they've all danced, they all get interviewed, and that's when you kind of get to know them.
Okay.
And
they do
there's
spend some
also
time.
yeah, and the social media team are also really great on Dance with the Stars Ireland, so you kind of get to know them more a lot through their social media pages as well.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you do feel quite connected to the contestants.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Interesting.
I mean,
Who
if they're
are you
having people
rooting
like
for?
Body,
Oh,
Huh? What did you
double
say?
questioned. Who were you rooting for this year?
Jordan.
hi, I'm
Always
right
gone.
here.
Yeah, I know, name twins. Oh, sorry, my dog's
You're
just
rooting
walked
for...
into my room and made the door creak.
Wait, show the
Oh.
dog. Bring dog on.
She's like 80.
Oh,
Can you?
goodness
I don't
me,
think she
in
can get up
human
on the bed.
years?
No, a dog years. She's 14 in human years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think she can get up on the bed. Hang on. No,
That's
I don't
all
think
right.
I'm going to be able to get her. But
It's
I'll send
okay.
you a picture of her afterwards. Oh, the hotel
please.
motel. Lily, you're after causing chaos.
It's all right. We
I'll
take
send
it.
you a
We love
picture
chaos.
later that you can like insert somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be the most editing I've ever done for this podcast. Stick a clip in. Incredible. Okay, and so in terms of your experience as a fan then, right, of each of the shows, how does that feel different?
I
Or
feel
does it?
like with the Irish one, I've had like a lot more interactions because obviously like I've been there. I feel like I've a lot of personal connections with the pros on the Irish one because I've had more opportunities to meet them and connect with them on social media because like I don't mean this in a bad way, but their following is not as big as it would be in Strictly. So it's easier to connect with them and it's like you get such a nice like kind of personal experience with them. Like Alex Vlad, for example, I've met her so many times. I talk to her on social media. She's so lovely. Whereas I find that's very rare for Strictly unless you can like tour with the cast and everything because like it's such a big show. It's really hard. Like when I was in London for the show, I really wanted to meet Alexis and unfortunately I wasn't able to. But I did get to meet Nikita and I got to meet some of the other ones and it was really nice to have a connection with them then. But I definitely find it's easier to connect with the pros in the Irish one.
Yeah, it kind of it seems that way, and I think that's one of the really nice things about it, which is obviously you want the show to be as big as possible, especially when you celebrate these people involved. You're like, I want everyone to celebrate you, but
yeah,
I think the show has a lot of heart when it feels smaller and it's like a closer, tighter knit community. It can be really nice, and I think you do see that off the back of at least my experience of Dancing with the Stars, the fan base seems really positive, and it seems like a very like welcoming space.
yeah,
Strictly, certainly recently. I mean, we all speak about Strictly all the time on social media, so we're part of the opinions, but everyone
yeah,
has an opinion, and a lot of people have really strong and often negative opinions.
Yeah.
And it's like it can be a bit of a battlefield out there.
yes,
Yeah, so that must be quite nice at least.
it's a
And
nice little community.
as you say, feeling connected with them and being able to interact with them a lot is like it makes it feel accessible as well.
I was going to say,
nice.
it feels like there's maybe not as much controversy in Dancing with the Stars Ireland, but then also at the same time,
Not at all.
how did Pordy make it to the final?
Yeah, that's
May I just
that's a wild
ask,
one.
Baldy, bless him, but also, how did he make it to the final?
And also made it to the final, never being in a dance-off.
That's insane. That man is like the president of Ireland.
Yeah,
it is insane,
honestly.
and it also kind of makes sense because if he was in a dance-off, was he getting through?
It does think so.
So, did you think Caitlin was going to win? I say, you know, you were rooting for her, but you were, yeah.
I knew from the start she was going to win because she did, her first dance was a tango to Faith of Ophelia.
So
and it was so good. Her pro Leonardo, he is unbelievable. His choreography is like another level. He'd slot really, really nicely into Strictly. I think he'd be absolutely fabulous on it. And his choreography, I knew that she was talented and he really challenged her. Like some of her choreography was so difficult, but it made it really entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
And she's also hard of hearing. So that was also really nice to see her kind of, it was like kind of like a Rose situation. It was nice to see her like challenge herself with that. And her show dance was to Ordinary by Alex Warren. And at the end of the dance, they muffled the audio because she is like partially deaf. So the audio was muffled. So it was very like Rose and Giovanni's, but it was absolutely lovely.
Wow.
That is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I saw that dance, the Fate of Ophelia dance, and I watched all of the week one dances and didn't know who the pro was because she was so good. I actually was like, I'm pretty sure I messaged you and was like, I don't know, which one's the pro? This is incredible.
Yeah, it was so good.
So good. And I think we have to talk about as well. It seemed like a really diverse cast, which is amazing. Again, spoilers, we talk about Dancing with the Stars US, and it's a not particularly diverse cast. There's not that much representation. But you had two same-sex couples as well.
Yeah, we'd 2 men and 2 women.
Which is awesome. And oh yeah, go.
Oh, sorry, Jordan.
No.
Dance with the Stars Ireland were the first ever to do a same-sex partnership.
Come on.
And do you know who was in it? Kai Widrington.
Oh my God. Friend of the pod.
Kai was with us before he was on Strictly.
Oh yeah. When he
was
like
in the same
10 years old.
We used to do switch up week. So you'd swap pros for 1 week. And Kai got swapped into a male partnership, and one of the pros, Emily Barker, got swapped into the female partnership.
Whoa!
And that was the first time it was ever
done
on any series. He done a quick step with what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he done a quick step with one of the guys. Brian Dowling is his name. There we go.
Wow.
And Brian Dowling is actually the husband of one of our judges as well. So that's really fun.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is wow. That's so cool.
That is great.
Another famous face that we had as a pro was Curtis Pritchard.
Oh.
Yeah. We had him before his Love Island days.
That's wow, what a man.
Before.
Yeah. Wild. Huh. Yeah, we had him before his Love Island days.
Wow. How was he as a pro?
Each time he was on it, he only made it to like week 3, so I don't really have an impression.
Great. Bless Shout out to Julian, by the way.
Love Island.
No.
He likes to make people coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe that took up rehearsal time.
Yeah.
So with this cast, in general, and probably all the cast then, because as you're saying, there seems to be some. I mean, Dancing with the Stars Ireland seems to be a pioneer of doing progressive things before everyone else.
Yeah.
But just as a whole, what did you think? Good cast.
I loved this cast. Yeah. I loved this cast. Like my favorite cast was a few years ago when we had Blue Hydrangea from Drag Race. Like that year, I felt was so strong. But this year, I really liked everyone on it. There wasn't someone that I was like, oh, I'm not really a big fan of this contestant. I loved them all this year, and I thought they were all really, really talented. Some of the routines we pulled out this year were great. Like. So I really liked this year, and I loved all the pros this year as well. We had a really nice group of professionals, so that was also really lovely.
So quite a few new ones this year, wasn't there?
Yeah, we had a few new ones, and obviously we had OT as a judge this year for the first time as well. So it was like a lot of newbies, but it was really nice. It was a nice kind of refreshment to it.
And because one of the contestants who I wanted to win was Tolu. I don't know her last name.
Yes,
but I
Tolu
really wanted her to win because the dances I saw of her were just
really
I loved them.
She was unbelievable.
But do you think there's a similar pattern to the voting in Ireland as we get over here? Did she kind of suffer from some of that?
Yes, like she did it. Yeah, she did a Charleston to Where's My Husband? Like, really popular song. Charleston's a really popular dance. She got a 40 for it and then ended up in the dance-off.
Human.
Devastating.
British and Irish public.
Yes, it was a tragedy.
Thinking.
It's really interesting that it is a pattern.
Yeah.
Seemingly everywhere. But like, because she was like, all the dances I saw, like, because I would watch clips here and there, and she every week pretty much was my favourite. And then I started seeing some of these voting things, and I was like, oh no. Oh, here we go.
I think I said as well
not again.
In week one, when I was messaging you, Erin, that she was in my top 3 for sure. That was because she didn't make the final. Did she make the final?
She did, yes.
She did, but
she was in the dance. Yeah, she was in the dance-off in the semi-final. It was her and Jordan in the semi-final dance-off.
Painful.
Yeah.
And Poddy was there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
He was there.
Wow. And as the expert of all things Dancing with the Stars Ireland, is there anything we've missed here that we haven't asked? Because we don't want you to have missed, being like, didn't speak about that, but we're, you know, if there's not, that's cool.
A lot of our pros tend to tour with the Strictly pros.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my AirPod just fell out of my ear.
Oh, off it goes.
There we go.
Yeah, like, Simone.
Kai's, we've Simone. We have Alex Vlad, who was on Kai's tour last year. Then Becca Scott, she's Kai's leading lady in Evolution. Mache, he's also on Evolution, and Ariana is on Evolution as well.
Kai said, "You're my old job. Give me some of your employees."
Come back.
Yeah, all of them.
Whoa, that
So there is a crossover.
It's a big family, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really nice, though.
There is a nice little crossover.
Yeah. I mean, I would love it that the Irish one became popular enough that these people can be doing their own tours and not being a part of Kai's, but it's really nice that they're all still very much involved, and I'm sure the UK pros generally all know the Irish ones. I'm sure they all.
Like we don't even do like a tour. We don't even do like a one-off performance after Dancing with the Stars. Like once Dancing with the Stars is done, they don't perform again.
That's sad.
That is really sad.
Like I'd love for them to do like a little tour because it would do really well, or even like a one-night performance or something. Like it would do well. So it's really sad that they don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised that they don't do like at least like a little residency of like in Dublin or something.
Yeah, because they do really well.
Let's campaign for it. We'll host.
Yeah.
We're free.
That would be great.
And also,
if we're not the new Strictly presenters, we'll host that instead.
Exactly.
I think final thing I want to touch on and ask is, what did you find OT to be like as a judge?
I loved her as a judge.
Ooh.
I found her really, really fair. Like her criticism, even if she was being like, "Oh, this wasn't good," she done it in such like a positive criticism way, constructive criticism. It wasn't kind of like your typical Craig response where he was like, "Oh, that wasn't good, like this wasn't good." She'd tell you this wasn't good, but here's how you can improve it. And this is what I want to see from you. And she really acknowledged that the time and effort that goes into the show. She really acknowledged that and made it known that I know you've been training for so many hours and I appreciate your efforts. So I really liked her as a judge.
Also, she served a look every single week.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Like, come on, the dresses were dressing.
she also tried to like learn as many Irish phrases as she could and tried to put them into her critiques. And I loved that.
That's some good crack.
Yeah. Now look at you, Poppy.
Wow, goodness me. She's ready to host that show.
I'm ready.
She is.
Incredible. Wow. If that is all our Dancing with the Stars, I believe, Erin, you have a hot take for us, do you?
I do.
Hot take.
So please, we love our hot take of the week. Erin, what's your hot take?
My hot take of the week is that Strictly Live Tour needs to get its act together and come back to Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Yes.
100%. And I'm going to add to it a little bit. Strictly Live Tour needs to generally just expand its reach a little bit. Because even in Scotland, it only goes to Glasgow, which is okay for me. But there are a couple big arena venues further north that would benefit from it too.
Yes. It needs to expand.
Like, how many years did it go to Ireland for? Like, when did it stop going?
It went for 1 year.
Is that it? Are you kidding?
1, and it was 2020.
You're joking.
1 year.
That's
it.
The thing is,
and they did 1 matinee and 1 evening show.
That's wild. The thing is with it now is it's become so popular, right? And like the Glasgow was absolutely full. And I know of more people that would have gone if it was closer than Glasgow for them. And this is actually, I'm extending this hot take into the Strictly Pro, like individual shows and stuff. People want to see it, guys. Stop doing 50 different English venues because they're all close to each other. Not really.
But they are. Like, they barely go up north. Like, so many of the tours don't go up north. They don't go to Scotland. They're not going to Ireland. It's like, guys, the fans aren't only in Birmingham.
No.
Literally. I think Vito and Diane's tour last year didn't come to Scotland. So I'm like, guys, that would have sold out.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, there's scheduling and stuff. I'm not calling them out specifically, but the bigger picture is your fans are everywhere, and especially now.
Exactly. Like the tours we had last year, we had Anton, obviously, because he always comes over here. We had Anton and Giovanni, we had Kai, and we had Nikita, and that was it.
Shout out to Kai, Nikita, Anton. And...
Yes.
No, shout out to them.
The cast of Together Again, or whatever the show is called.
Yes.
Shout out to Erica Martinelli. Is that her name? Shout out to who was on the show? Shout out to
and Lauren,
Beth
I guess.
Evans.
Yeah,
shout out to
Lauren
Oakley.
We love Lauren Oakley.
Leading lady.
Yeah, but that's a very reasonable hot take, and
that's
it is. It's so strange because it extends that far. Strictly, the show extends that far.
Yes.
I really am just like in shock.
The biggest show, like biggest fan base.
Yeah.
And like an Irish crowd is so loud.
Well, like
we would root for them.
Incredible crowd, great energy, and actually, what I've just realized has surprised me more is it's not even that it's not doing much in Ireland. It's not coming at all. Like it could do a few different places in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and probably do pretty well.
Yeah,
it's not even doing one. It's crazy.
Like
it's not
OT is coming. No, literally, it's a boat or a plane, lads. Come on. But OT's doing dance classes in Ireland, and she's going to like 10 different venues, and nearly all of them are sold out.
Slay.
So there you go. She can start.
If that's not saying something, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this will campaign. I'll tag the live tour on the hot take, and they'll go, "Oh my god, we forgot to book the venue."
Oh no!
I can't believe it. What do you mean 1 year?
Arena, 1 year, and our arena is not long, so we would have, like the shorter stage that they have for the really smaller venue. I can't remember, is it Leeds in England that they have the shorter venue? It would be the same. Dublin would be the same. It would be like the smaller stage, so it would be a more like personal experience.
Come on,
you're selling
Strictly Live Tour. Sure. Get your act together. Book that venue. I'll book it for you.
Nanny Mag wants to see you.
Please. For Nanny Mag
alone. Are you telling me you're going to let Nanny Mag down? Are you really?
Yeah, is that what you're telling me?
How dare you?
That's crazy. Wow. Thank you, Erin.
No
Thank you for
problem. Thank you for having
coming.
me.
Yeah, this was great fun. Go plug yourself. Tell us all your socials and stuff. Where can people find you?
So it's Erintalksstrictly on TikTok.
Hmm.
That's where I am. So please, if you enjoyed this, give me a follow.
What do you talk about?
I talk about Strictly, Dance with the Stars
Really?
Ireland, sometimes Dance with the Stars America, sometimes. And just I like to do film reviews as well.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes.
So,
We love a
just
movie.
sometimes. Whenever I'm feeling, really. I do a vlog sometimes. If something interesting is happening in my life. Take a shot every time I say sometimes.
Sometimes. And we're drunk.
Sometimes I'll take a shot.
And Erin's great. She has been wonderful over on TikTok to us, and she's just fun gal. And
Thank you guys.
So check her out.
She slays.
Thank you guys.
Oh, you're very well. Thank you for coming.
Thanks
No
so
problem.
much.
Y'all know my socials by now, I hope. Caterpillar everywhere. Find me. Poppy, go on. Tell them your 10 handles.
Strictly Poppy on TikTok. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's poppy.morrison_. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's STD like Blanche from the Golden Girls. But the easiest way to find me is look up Lauren Oakley's Twitter. Look who she's replied to. Oh, there's me. It's the easiest way. So she's back in my mentions.
It's okay. It's only been now 12 weeks or 11 weeks, and maybe just change your handles to the same thing. To be fair, it took me about 7.
But like,
so
I've committed now.
So here we are. And next week, we're talking about Dancing with the Stars, America.
Very exciting.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But
and I've realized as this goes up, I'm probably on a plane right now.
Can we pretend
so jealous?
This is not a musical.
So I'm probably in the air as you're listening to this.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
So jealous.
Which depends. I don't know actually what time my flight is.
Also, sorry to everyone for both my video disappearing at times, or if you're listening, my audio changing halfway through. Tech issue upon tech issue. My bad.
And even the tech support in me, I could not help.
But you two carried the show, and I really enjoyed listening to this podcast. So thank you.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thanks again, Erin, and bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.